So hello students, hope all of you are doing great. So in this video, I'll give you the detailed paper analysis of CBSE class 10 mathematics standard paper which has been conducted by today. I'll give you the chapter wise distribution of the marks and level of difficulty of the question that is lying in this paper, but the question set up by the CBSE lying in the range of the easy, moderate or difficult. So without losing any time, let's continue the video. So this is the exam overview. You can see here the total marks was set up as 80. That means 20 marks will be coming from the internal assessment, and duration of the examination is 3 hours. Total questions 38, and sections are categorized into the 5. That means A, B, C, D and E. This is the section wise pattern. You can see here section A consisting of the 20 MCQ, that means 1 marker questions. Each MCQ you have the 4 available options. So amongst the 4 options you have to choose only one option. Which option is correct? That means 20 MCQ for 20 marks. The section B consisting of the 5 questions, that means 2 marker question. Overall it is 10 marks. Section C consisting of 6 questions, that means 3 marker questions. 6 into 3, that means 18 marks. Section D consisting of the 4 questions, these are 5 markers, that means 20 marks. And section E, 3 case study questions and 4 marks each. Every year CBSE always gives 2 to 3 case studies, and it will carry about the marks like 4 to 5. So this is my overall analysis of this paper. You can see here it is from my perspective that easy questions lying in the range 40 to 45%, the moderate questions lying in the range like 40%, and challenging questions is approximate about to 15 to 20%. Those students which have the higher thinking ability and like the which are critically so sound, they can easily do the questions. These are not, I can say it as challenging questions actually. Those who have well enough in mathematics, they can easily do the questions. And paper line mostly with the NCERT textbooks. There are few more questions which have directly come up from the NCERT books, like the Thales theorems, like the basic proportionality theorem, or the 2 questions from the circles, and from statistics also. You can see here the find out the value of the x and y, and median is given. These are the very simple question which is directly come from the NCERT book. So chapter wise weightage you can see here from the real number chapters, the 6 marks. These are easy to moderate level. From polynomial chapter you can see here that this time CBSE will set of like 4 marks, the easy questions, and a pair of linear equations 6 marks, moderate level. Quadratic equations 5 marks, moderate level. Every time this will carry about the 5 marks weightage. Arithmetic progressions, the 5 marks, moderate to tricky. Tricky in the sense like the one question that has been set up by the CBSE in the question of case study. This question is little bit of trickier one, and but it is doable also. Like the total algebra weightage is about the 20 to 22 marks. These are overall weightage of the like geometry portions. These are triangles. This time CBSE set up like 9 marks from triangle chapter also. The questions lying in the range of moderate zone. And from circles 8 marks, and construction 1 to 2 such questions, and proof based questions that dominated by the 5 mark sections. I have already mentioned that the one question directly come from the NCERT textbook to prove Thales theorem, and the total geometry question weight is about like 17 to 18 marks. So these are the, this time CBSE will emphasize more on this geometry actually. The trigonometric chapter, you can see here the identities and ratio 7 marks. That is, you can categorize in like the applications, height and distances 5 marks. That means 5 mark per question, which is directly you can see here in the case studies. And a mixed difficulty and conceptual plus application based questions, like the, you can use here the properties of trigonometry or any kind of like the formula based trigonometry. Just you have to go through like the formulae of the trigonometry. You can easily do these questions. The proof based question actually there, and mostly formula based, but some word problem and lengthy. This actually emphasize more on this case studies portion. From my perspective, trigonometry portion was this time easier one as compared to the previous one. From mensuration, surface area and volume, one question that I can directly see in this paper like in the portion of the case studies. That means weightage about you will carry the 6 to 7 marks, 1 marks maybe mm, in MCQ portions. The combination of solid frequently asks the mostly moderate level require proper stepwise calculations. But because in mensuration chapter, that means you have to put emphasize more on your calculations because of coming like improper fractions or the under root or the pi value like taken as like 3.14. That means it is a little bit of lengthier side. So but the concept, once you have the proper concept or proper grasp in the subject, that you can definitely do this question. Statistics and probability usually come the 7 marks is the mean median mode from the group data, and probability 4 marks. One question has been directly asked from the dice, and mostly direct formula based questions, and these are very scoring portion for every students, whether the questions belong to the moderate or like average students or weaker section, they can also carry like the marks from the statistics and probability. So this is very fair enough. And the form coordinate geometry, that's what is about the 4 marks. Just basically you can use the distance formula, section formula. If you can brush up like the basics, then you can also do the question that has been set up in the CBSE in this paper. Overall analysis of this MCQ portion that covered almost all the chapters, some asserts and reason type questions, and this time CBSE some emphasized on the concept clarity tested from the students who were appearing in these examinations. Obviously, the trend has been changed, so you need to update yourself. The Land was mostly easy to moderate one. You cannot say is the level of the difficulty like moderate to difficult. This time the paper was set up like in the lens of the easy to moderate. I have seen gone through the entire paper. I have seen the entire questions like the where from my perspective, from my analysis. This time the CBSE set this paper from little bit of easier side as compared to the previous year paper. Section B and C analysis 2 and 3 marker questions, the tested applications, the quadratics, statistics, trigonometry, common and balance mix of easier moderate questions. Section D analysis, the long answer analysis, the geometry proof dominated, and application based trigonometry problems, mensuration multi-step problems, time consuming but manageable. Once you have the proper conception in the domain, you can definitely apply this concept and you can get the results. Section E, I have already mentioned, is the case study based question. 3 case studies has been asked in this year, and one is based on like the arithmetic progression, one is like application of trigonometry, and one is for surface area and volume. Those students who have proper clarity in your concepts, they can easily do the questions. But this time these case studies were directly set up from the book called All in One. The scoring strategy and conclusion from my side: this attempt MCQ first for quick scoring and solve direct formula based questions. Then next, leave the Landy 5 marker question to the case studies question for later, and overall paper easy to moderate. NCERT practice sufficient for 90 plus scores. Once you have the proper clarity about your NCERT concepts, you can easily carry about the marks of the 90 plus. From so at the very least, I wish you all the best for your upcoming exams. So this is my overall analysis and my thank you.